What's going on, guys? Aero here, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about two rumors that have been going around on the internet, and a lot of people are talking about them and what could potentially happen, and both of these are very interesting to me, and I do want to talk to you guys about them on here and give you guys my thoughts about what we could expect, so I figured I'd make a video on it. And so the first rumor that we have is about the 3D Mario collection, which is going to be coming out in just a week from the time that I upload this video. So a couple days ago, Nintendo had a Mario Direct to celebrate Mario's 35th anniversary, and the biggest announcement that came out of that Direct is the rumored collection that was rumored for the past couple of months, ever since March, where people were saying that we were going to be seeing Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy as an all-in-one collection that was going to appear on the Nintendo Switch, and that finally got announced and is going to be coming out on September 18th. And so I'm definitely excited for this collection. I know a lot of other people are also looking forward to it. There have been some mixed opinions about it online. Some people don't like how the games are kind of still the exact same games, with no new content, and they're just kind of upscaled a little bit. But I wasn't really expecting any drastic changes like that. I feel like some people were expecting all of these games to kind of get remade and look really good on an all new engine. But the thing is, if you guys were following the leaks and rumors, if you guys follow this channel, then you know that I've covered the rumors that were talking about these Mario remasters before they were going to come out, and pretty much I think it was Zippo or somebody who said don't expect them to have any crazy new remakes or anything like that. You're basically just going to get the same exact games, just upscaled so they look a little bit better on the Switch. And so that was one of the things about the Mario collection that some people didn't like, but really the only other thing that I know a lot of people dislike about what they're doing with this Mario collection, and I can understand this one as well because even myself, I don't really like what they're doing with this, is how they made this entire Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection into a limited time offer. So Nintendo basically said that when the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection comes out on September 18th, from that day until March 31st of 2021 next year, that is going to be the only time span that you're going to be able to buy this game, and after March 31st, 2021 next year, you're no longer going to be able to find this game on store shelves. They're going to take it off, and you're not going to be able to download it from the eShop anymore either because they're going to remove it from there. So this is the big thing that a lot of people are not liking about this 3D Mario collection, and why a lot of people are kind of disappointed by it because of how Nintendo is making this a limited time thing. They're creating that false sense of urgency where it's you have to go out and you have to get this collection because it's only going to be available for these couple of months, and it's kind of doing that to artificially boost their sales because now they know a lot of people are going to want to buy this because it's only going to be there for this limited time and then it's never going to be available again. Now the rumor that we have is actually about this 3D Mario collection and actually the physical version of it, because it might actually seem like Nintendo might not even be planning on restocking this after their first initial shipment is going to be coming out when the game launches in just a couple days. So I'm looking at this article right here and it says rumor there may not be a second round of stock for Super Mario 3D All-Stars. And so the article here says Nintendo has already stated that Super Mario 3D All-Stars is going to be a limited time release, but just how limited will it be? A comment from one retailer makes it seem like those interested in buying another better make sure that they get the item at launch. A customer of Base.com had their pre-order for Super Mario 3D All-Stars cancelled. In an email sent to the customer, Base has said that Nintendo and their UK distributors are unable to give reassurance that more stock will be available after launch. That doesn't mean that there's no chance at all for a restock, but it does make the situation iffy. Again, if you want to lock down a physical copy for this game, make sure that you do all that you can to get one early on. And so yeah, this is actually really crazy if this turns out to be true. Basically, somebody had their entire pre-order for Super Mario 3D All-Stars just cancelled, and they got an email sent to them saying that Nintendo might not give them more shipments, and they might not be able to guarantee that the person is going to get a physical copy. So that's actually ridiculous if Nintendo is planning on just doing one round of shipments, all the copies that they already have made, and after launch and after all those physical copies are sold out, they just don't plan on making any more. And to be honest, I could see that happening because of how it is a limited release. Nintendo could very well just have a limited number of physical copies that they made, a certain number that they know because this is going to be a limited release, and then after that you're just no longer going to be able to find this game physically. So this could definitely be a problem if you want to have the physical cartridge version of the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection. So if you really want to have that, I would really say to make sure that you pre-order this immediately and try to get it as fast as you can, because it might actually be possible that Nintendo is just not planning on making any more physical copies after this initial shipment is over, and it is starting to become a little bit unavailable now in the physical versions at a lot of different retailers. I know on Amazon it just sold out a couple days ago, and we don't know if there's going to be more stock coming soon. I think right now from the time that I'm making this video, it's still available on Best Buy. So if you really want to have a physical copy of this game, I would make sure to go on Best Buy and pre-order it immediately, because I think once this all comes out, if they really don't plan on making any more physical shipments, it might just really be hard for you to get a physical copy, because you already know that people are just going to put this on eBay, and after that point, like if there's not going to be any more physical copies, they're going to put the price of this for like $400, $500, and it's just going to be really crazy if you want to have a physical version. And so once again, this doesn't mean that Nintendo isn't planning on making any more physical copies of Super Mario 3D All-Stars, but it could mean that maybe after this initial shipment, they might just not be releasing any more because of how it is for a limited time. So if you really do want to have this in a physical version, I would really encourage you to go out and try to get it as fast as you can. Now the second rumor that I want to talk to you guys about real fast actually is about a brand new Nintendo Switch model that could be coming out next year. Now we did make a video about this a couple days ago, so if you haven't seen that video, I highly encourage you to go and watch that video. There should be a little eye up in the corner right now. You can definitely go ahead and click on that or tap on that if you want to go and watch that video, but I'll also put it in the outro of this video so you can watch it after you're done watching this one if you want to do that as well. But the really interesting thing from this article is actually coming from the bottom, where it says here that several third-party developers have actually been reached out to by Nintendo to make their games 4K ready. And so once again, this is still just a rumor, so we don't know for sure if it's going to be true, but if Nintendo has been reaching out to other developers to make their games 4K ready, it's probably about the new Nintendo Switch model that's supposedly going to be coming out in early 2021. And it says here in Nintendo Life's article that the way that they're kind of speculating that this new Nintendo Switch is going to be able to achieve 4K is using Nvidia's new DLSS AI upscaling technology. And so this is still something that a lot of people aren't really able to understand. Basically, there's a difference between a game truly running in 4K as in-engine and a game that's just being upscaled to 4K to look more pretty. So this new Nintendo Switch model would use this Nvidia technology to upscale games to look even prettier like they're in 4K. It's kind of like fake 4K as opposed to actually having the game run in 4K, which is like impossible for a Nintendo Switch because the technology just isn't there to have that much power being put into a system as small as the Switch. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen how upscale games look like in 4K, but here's some screenshots of like Super Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild. Here's a picture of Melia from Xenoblade in 4K. Like, the games upscaled in 4K look really impressive. So even if the Nintendo Switch is able to just do this and upscale games to 4K, that can definitely make some games look very amazing if that's gonna happen. And then it's talking about how this new Nintendo Switch model would be very close in terms of power to a base PS4, which some people might think is not really all that impressive because now we have like a PS5 and Xbox Series S, but if you think about it, a Nintendo Switch, a system as small as the Nintendo Switch, to have the power of a base PS4 is ridiculously impressive. Like, if you have a PS4, if you have like the original PS4 that came out when it was like this really big bulky box, or even if you have like the slimmed down version of a PS4, which is the one I have, even if you have that one, think about like the power that they have inside of that box being put into a system as small as the Nintendo Switch. Like, if they can pull that off for a brand new Nintendo Switch model, that is ridiculously impressive. And so the rumor is that there is going to be a brand new Nintendo Switch model that's supposed to be coming out in early 2021. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I would definitely get that day one for sure if that comes out. I think it would just be really good. And really the one thing that I actually kind of noticed just a couple days ago, I tweeted about this if you guys follow me on Twitter, but this is what's really making me think that this is actually going to happen, is that if we take a look at this, it's actually very similar to exactly what happened with the Nintendo 3DS. See, when the Nintendo 3DS came out, we had the original system in 2011, just like how we had the original Nintendo Switch in 2017, and then 2 years later, they introduced a more affordable Nintendo 3DS called the Nintendo 2DS, which was cheaper and it could still play all of the 3DS games, and they did exactly the same thing with the Nintendo Switch, where 2 years after it came out, we got the Nintendo Switch Lite, which is a little cheaper option that you can still have if you want to play all of the Nintendo Switch games, but also what they did with the 3DS was 2 years after that, we got a more powerful updated Nintendo 3DS called the new Nintendo 3DS, which was actually more powerful and it had more features, and now we've got rumors saying that there's going to be a more powerful Nintendo Switch coming out next year. I think that it all lines up. I feel like they're going to do exactly what they did with the 3DS lifespan, and I feel like there's definitely a really good chance that we're going to see a brand new Nintendo Switch very soon next year. Now, I don't know if it's going to have all of these 4K features and things that are being rumored, but I am very confident that we're probably going to see an updated Nintendo Switch model pretty soon in early 2021. And so there you go guys, those are the rumors about the 3D Mario All-Stars collection possibly not being restocked, and the potential of a brand new Nintendo Switch model that could even have 4K coming out in early 2021. If you guys enjoyed this video, then please be sure to click that like button, and also comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this. What do you guys think about the Mario restocks? Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think that Nintendo is actually not going to restock them? What do you guys think about that? And how do you guys feel about this brand new Nintendo Switch model that could supposedly even have 4K? Do you think that it's going to happen? What are your thoughts on it? Would you be picking it up? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Nintendo content in the future, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on that bell to become a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.